Hi guys, so today I'm going to show how I made this Midori Traveler's Notebook. Now this is not standard size of the original Midori notebook, but it does hold the original Midori inserts. I just made mine a little bit bigger because I plan to put a lot of stuff in it, and I just wanted it bigger, but it will hold the original inserts. So yeah, if you guys want to see how I made this Midori Traveler's Notebook, then just keep watching. For the cover, I'm going to be using this old bowling ball case that I got at the Goodwill for a couple dollars. I liked the color and how it's scuffed up, and I really liked it. But you could use vinyl, you could use any type of like fake leather, you could use real leather if you have some. I just didn't have any and couldn't find any that I liked. So I'm just cutting this out. So now that I have my piece of fake leather, I am just cutting or guessing how much I'm going to need for my notebook. These are not the exact measurements because I do end up cutting the width of the book, because I wanted to make sure that I had too much fake leather than not enough and have my books popping out. So I washed it because it was dirty, but there was still some stains on it, so I took some spray paint and spray painted the back. You could use acrylic paint if you wanted to, if you're using vinyl and you don't like the other side, but I used spray paint. And then it was kind of coarse on that side, so I just took some sandpaper and sanded it down, which worked really well. You're going to need some elastic string. I got that at Hobby Lobby. It's 2mm, it's pretty thick, and I ended up using a thinner one, but you can use that thick of elastic strand if you want string. And I'm actually going to dye it because I don't like the white, and they don't sell it in many colors, just like black and white, I believe. And now I'm just seeing how much I'm going to need because I don't want to not cut enough or cut way too much. I'm going to try to use some Kool-Aid and some black fabric dye. And then I also need a piece to wrap around the book. So I just got some hot water, put a package of Kool-Aid, and then a little bit of black dye, and then it bubbled like crazy. And then I just put the string inside the water for, I'm not really sure how long, but for a while. You want to make sure that you don't rinse out your string or barely rinse it with water, because I found that the elastic string does not really hold color very well. If you rinse it too much, it just, all the color washes out. Now I'm showing you the string that I ended up using, and I did dye as well. It's just thinner string that I got at Walmart for like $1. I just wanted to use thinner string than the 2mm. And now I'm measuring where I'm going to bind my book. And I'm using my inserts that I made in my previous video to measure that. And I'm just measuring 1/2 inch down, it looks like, and that's where I'm going to mark my holes. So now you're going to want to mark 3 holes. Now my piece of fake leather here is 30 centimeters wide, so I'm marking at 15 centimeters. And I end up kind of adjusting where my holes are because I have my insert here and I want the holes to be on the outside of the insert. I want the insert to fit in between. And then you're going to mark a hole on either side of it, on both sides of it, and I marked 1/2 inch. They're 1/2 inch apart, but you can have them as far apart or as close together as you want. I wanted some space. I know they could have probably been quite a bit closer together, but that's how I liked it. And then you're going to poke holes. And I am using this little awl from Hobby Lobby. And then I went in with the bigger one from Walmart. Okay, for the binding of this book, you're going to take your elastic and you're going to go start on the inside of the book and go out through the third top right hole. The hole on the right. And then you're going to leave enough string out about halfway down the book. You can see how much I leave. And then you're going to go in through the middle hole and then out through the middle hole. It's sort of a figure 8, this binding. Then you're going to go in the left hole, out the left hole, now you're going to go back in the middle, so the middle will actually have 2 elastic strands. You want to make sure that they're not too loose or too tight. And then you're just going to go back in on the right bottom hole and tie those 2 strings together. And now I'm just trimming off some of the edges because it was just a little too big. So the final measurements of my book were 27.5 centimeters wide, 22.5 centimeters high. That's how big my fake leather was. So you could just cut your material or leather or whatever that size first if you want it to be the same size as my book before you do everything else. So now we are going to finish it up by putting the elastic in the back to wrap around the book. So I'm just measuring where the middle is for this book. You could put the elastic on the spine, but I had made a Midori notebook before I made this one and I tried to put it on the spine and didn't really like it, so I decided to put it on the back. I'm just putting the elastic through. And then seeing how tight it needs to be to keep my book closed. And then I'm just going to tie that off. And it's all finished. And here are my inserts that I made in the video before this one. I'll leave a link down below if you'd like to see it. These are the size of the original Midori inserts, and as you can see, they fit perfect in this book. So yeah, I'm very, very pleased with this traveler's notebook. As you can see, it's wider than the original Midori, so there's quite a bit of material hanging over the books. Just because I plan to fill this book up, and I could always trim more off the book if I wanted it to be a little smaller. For now, I'm just going to leave the book. I can always trim the sides of the book to make it a little slimmer, but I want to see how it looks when I have a bunch of stuff in there. And then if I still have too much on the sides, I can trim them. But I really like it right now. And yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed watching. I hope this video was helpful and you guys were able to understand what I was doing. I hope you guys enjoyed watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!